Hey YouTube, this is Team STD Save the Dragons coming at you with a deck profile. This is Brad from the team. I decided to do a deck profile like this because I figured it'd be better. You can see my face, you can maybe relay a little bit better. And this is Inzektors. I've been running this in my locals and it's actually been doing really good. I love it. I love the build I made. Well, I had help, but it was really good. And so it's a lot like Billy Breaks in the way you kind of play it. I'll just show you. So let's get into it. Okay, so we have our 3 Centipede, and basically it's just like Billy Breaks in the way that you want to protect your Centipede. He's now basically your engine. So yeah, your 2 Mantis, because Mantis, you like to keep your Centipede high. And then you got your 2 Ladybug, because Ladybug is engine with Centipede. So yeah. You got your 1 Hopper. I used to run 2, but I opted in for a Gorz instead because it seemed better. And so yeah, I always seem to have like an empty field, and Gorz was able to answer that. 1 Dragonfly because you only can run 1, and 1 Gorz. I mean, 1 Hornet. So yeah, that's Inzektors. On to my text. 2 Birdman. This card is amazing. This deck. It has so much good synergy with the deck, and it can make for some really cool shenanigans, some plays that are really cool. So I'm going to pull that to the side to show you some cool shenanigans, along with one of my centipedes. 2 Torrential. Nice good floater. She's still really good. I love it. She can set up plays with Birdman, so yeah. Sangan and Assailant, because they are your targets now. So yeah. We don't have that third. And your dad and your Gorz. Great cards. Like I said, I opted in the Gorz, and it's been really showing to be putting some work into the deck. It's really great. On to spells. 3 MST because you hate back row in this deck. I really can't explain it anymore. If you have back row, you're really back row heavy deck. They're just kind of gonna hurt you. 2 Excalibur. You can't kind of see that because of the glare and the rarity, but 2 Excalibur because Zektkalbier, sorry. It's a really good card. It still shows to put work into the deck. It's great. Now people don't run this card all that much. I've seen a lot more play since that got slowed down. But when you see my deck video on Malefics, and this kind of reminds me of Gadgetron in the way that they can't activate spells or traps, which I really like, because it kind of answers that. Oh, if you don't have MST, you can use this, and they're like, oh crap, I have it. They just gained 1,000 attack, and you can't do much about it. 2 duality for consistency reasons. You need to set up a play as fast as possible, so that helps. Dark hole onto the 1-ofs. Dark hole heavy. Back row. Monster Reborn. Allure. Set up a plays and foolish. I might take out foolish burial because I don't like it all that much. I'd rather have Armageddonite. So yeah, 1 judgement. That's basically because I love judgement, honestly, and I've been able to work it really good into this deck. 2 bottomless because removing stuff is great this format. Just like it shuts down people a lot. 2 Torrential, blowing things up. I love this card. I'm happy it's at 2. And 2 Compulsory because it can shut cards down, and yeah. I am thinking about writing 2 warnings, but I don't know all that much. So yeah. On to the extra deck. Let me get the whole extra deck out here. We have 1 Gachi. This is one back. I've only gotten this guy out once, and I'm only putting him in here for filler. And I might possibly run 3 ladybug, but I don't know. So 1 Gachi. 1 Zenmaines, because Zenmaines is awesome. And he's great. And if I put that Gachi upside down, I'm sorry. So 1 Zenmaines is great. 1 Temptempo. Because he hurts Zenmaines and he can get over a lot of good cards. And he can, like, I used this today against my friend's Monarchs, and he had a Gachi out, so I'm like, no, I'm going to go on this. And it started to put some work in, because he got a second Gachi out that turn, and I was able to pop off both thirds, because I attacked into it too. So nice. 1 Leviathan, because you want to get over your big beaters. 1 Acid Golemn, same reason. I might put a second Leviathan in, or maybe the String Gin, whatever it's called. 1 Terabyte. Actually, I haven't used this yet, but I've used it in my other decks, and it seems to work pretty well. People don't really like it all that much. I'm kind of liking it. It's a good tech. One Butterfly Assassin, because it hurts Zenmaines and Reapers and stuff like that. Utopia. I really don't go on the floors all that much, and hardly it ever. One Shockmaster, just because Shockmaster's in there. And then your Andreus, because it's a good card. I might probably put Tyrus in place of that, but I don't got one yet, so I just put my Andreus in there. One Zenmioh, because it's level 5, and if they have set back row cards, it's one you're either going to bait it out with summoning him, or you can get over it. And since people are running Deep Prison a lot more, and Mirror Force, he's being more optimal nowadays. One Gaia, because it's great. And the 2 deck cards I love in this deck are Underground Arachnid. They're amazing. They've been putting a lot of work in the deck. If you don't know what it does, it steals a monster and attaches it to it, and if it gets attacked by opponent's monster, you can unequip that card, destroy that card instead of this card being destroyed. And also, they can't activate spells and traps during the battle phase, which is amazing. Oh my god. A damage step battle phase. Sorry, damage step. And then Rare deck, because that's what I'm running Cyber Dragon in my side. And speaking of which, one Cyber Dragon side deck, one Mole, because Mole helps he solve problems. I love him. He's gonna be a lot better this format. 2 Poet Plant, because I hate 6 Sams, and it's been the worst matchup, so I figured side against them. Second one's Monarchs, which I actually did pretty good against. And 2 Fossil Dana. It kind of throws people off, and they're like, oh cool, Fossil Dana. But yeah, I love it. It just takes down so many decks. So yeah. 2 Prohibition. I feel like this card is needed this format, being as it's early on this format is. A Prohibition, it just, if you want some random rogue deck and you know the boss monster or the main cards they need, you can just Prohibition, I don't know, Judgment Dragon. So yeah, 2 Chalice. Chalice is kind of iffy right now, but right now it's been good in the 6 Sam. In the 6 Sam matchup, I usually side this and 2 Puppet Plants into it. It's really great, because I'll force out their Xian. They either have to negate it, or negate with his effect, or have his whole effect be negated, and I can rather run over him, or just I can run over 2,900 beat stick, or they negate it and then you can Dark Hole it later. Master Restrict for the Monarchs is the second worst matchup in the deck, and 2 Trap Suns, because I don't like back row, like I said, and this kind of answers that. And then it's also for Chain Burns and Final Countdown, stuff like that. And then 2 Karma Cuts for decks that run heavy back row. So now on to the Birdman play. So what I like Birdman in this deck is really cool, because if you summon a Centipede and they Veiler it, you can pop it back for a Birdman, and if you have another insect on the field, you can go for Underground, which is really nice. But the optional play is if you summon Tour Guide, use the effect, search out, pop it back, summon it. It's like, oh, you just got the 3rd Tour Guide back, so it's really cool. That's all I really wanted to say. And you can use it for other cards. You can just bounce back your big beaters, just so you can keep using them later, like in the extra deck. Anyway, so yeah. So that's basically the deck. It's been a really cool, fun deck to make, play, and I think I'm going to keep with it for a long time. I'm not playing Evils right now. I made them, and it's on our channel, but I don't know about actually playing them, because they were kind of a failure how I made them. But yeah, I want you guys to comment on this video, see what I can change, see what you like, see what you dislike, and subscribe to our channel. We really would like some subscribers. If we get more, we'll maybe put out a contest or 2, put out better deck profiles, dual videos, stuff like that. Hopefully being able to get some subscribers that way. If we get I'm gonna say maybe 50, we'll say 50, I'll say 50 subscribers, I'll actually get with my team, we'll make a deck. We'll make a deck with all the crappy staples. We'll actually put some staples in there and make a pretty good deck, and we'll auction it off with an extra deck and possibly a side deck. But yeah, Thanks YouTube, and Team STD's out.